Certainly a cold start to this morning. We saw morning lows dipping down into the 20s pretty much area wide. Morning low hit 25 here in Baton Rouge, 28 Gonzales, 26 in Hammond. So yeah, a few spots hitting that hard freeze criteria of 25 degrees or colder. Not quite the same for the forecast for tomorrow morning. We've got temperatures a couple of degrees warmer. Still cold enough though. Bundle up as you're heading outside. If the kiddos have to wait for the bus for the morning bus stop, make sure that they're dressed accordingly as well. Got the low at 29 for Baton Rouge, essentially 20s along and north of the interstate corridor, and then 30s as you head south of the interstate corridor, but still the freezing mark touching all the way towards the coastal parishes, with Morgan City checking in at 32. So we'll be 30 degrees by 7 o'clock, and you can see the steady warm up that is expected to take place tomorrow, even with clouds on the increase. We're expecting mostly cloudy skies by the time we get towards the afternoon. Got the high just hitting 60 degrees, so roughly about a 10-degree difference from today to tomorrow afternoon. As we topped out, it looks like at 50 degrees this afternoon. Even with all that cloud cover in place, we're going to keep things dry for Tuesday, but that will start to change as we get into Wednesday. So you can see introducing a few chances of rain in the forecast for Wednesday and Thursday, scattered at best, and so we're not going to be dealing with widespread rain, not going to be dealing with any severe weather or heavy rainfall, but we're going to keep our eyes out for how that could progress in terms of timing of those rains. So as we kind of focus in on that, here's the breakdown of what we're expecting. Kind of decreasing rain chances through the day on Wednesday. You can see dropping from that scattered variety down to spotty at best by the nighttime hours, and then surging back up on Thursday as we get our cold front in here. So let's break it all down for you here with Futurecast. We're using the Barron 3K model. You can see what we're waiting for is the winds to start to shift. So we've got that northerly flow in place, more of an easterly flow into the morning tomorrow. Here comes the cloud cover tied to maybe a return of a bit of southerly wind flow. So how much moisture return can we get as we work into Wednesday will dictate how much of this actually makes it to the ground in terms of rainfall. We do think a few passing showers will take place as we go from the morning hours, maybe lingering into the afternoon, and then dwindling down as we go into the evening hours. Then for Thursday, awaiting the arrival of a cold front. You can see that front up towards the north. That's going to deliver with it some passing showers as we go more than likely into Thursday evening, maybe even Thursday night. But the front starts to drive on through. The drier air works in on the backside of the front by Friday morning. So by that point, we're probably going to start to dry things out heading towards the end of the week. So here's a look at the rainfall estimation from that model that I just showed you, taking you all the way through Thursday. And you can see not a whole heck of a lot of rainfall around the area. You've got a localized bullseye of maybe closer to a ½ of an inch of rainfall, but most of our viewing area kind of falling in line, less than a 1/10 of an inch of rainfall. So bottom line, this isn't going to be a big soaker, not going to be worried about flooding concerns, and obviously not going to be worried about severe weather concerns either. So our cold pocket of air starting to exit. Some mild air remains in place for the next couple of days, so a warming trend expected to take place. We get that next system in here, as you can see, going into that Thursday and then Friday morning time frame. That's when the coldest of the air will arrive, but as quickly as this cold pocket arrives, it too starts to exit. We get back to what we call zonal flow. Notice how the lines are starting to straighten out, so that means more of a mild air kind of moving in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere across our area. So that's going to continue with another warming trend, it looks like, as we head into Christmas week. So bottom line, cold to start, but trending warmer by the afternoon for tomorrow. Tomorrow, probably the last of the freezes we're going to be dealing with, maybe through the rest of this month, based on what the long-range trends are suggesting right now. In terms of rain chances, Wednesday and Thursday, we've got a few showers in the forecast, maybe a few more showers into the beginning part of next week. Oh, by the way, winter officially starting on Sunday. The high temperature on Sunday expected to be 77 degrees, so not quite feeling a whole heck of a lot like winter on that first official day.
Not at all, Jeff.